The defending Stanley Cup champions Chicago Blackhawks are back in the postseason and fighting to either win the cup or hopefully tanking hard enough to get me back in control of this team. Again, a lot of different ways this series could go from here, given the fact that we did win the cup last year. Whether or not that be, do we give Mike a little bit more time at this point, just to see from here on out? If people said, hey, ditch the back and forth, just give it to Milbury from now on, you know what? I'd say, screw it. Yeah, let's see what he can do based off of the foundation, literally building a cup winner that I'm handing off to him. If people wanted to say, okay, say Mike makes it out of the first round, he gets to handle the draft. If he wins 2 rounds, he gets to handle the re-sign phase. If he gets 3 rounds, you essentially take over the team during training camp. There's so many different options for how this series could go at this point, but we don't yet know what direction to take because we do not know the result of this first round matchup here against the Anaheim Ducks. As I talked about, we handed Mike Milbury essentially a Stanley Cup winning team. So, surprise, surprise, the team is doing well and is right back in the postseason. Again, of course, some changes have been made. Scott Lawton, Radek Faksa on this team. Thank God he was smart enough to play Zion Niebeck. Of course, defensively, Christian Wolanin was brought in. And, of course, we said goodbye to our starting goaltender, and Olaf Lindbaum took over. Metropolitan, of course, hurt right now. Could be a pretty big factor in this series, but time will tell as we move along here with it. Again, in terms of setting the stage, there's not really that much to do. I think the picture's already painted. It's quite obvious, in terms of what we're expecting here. I mean, regardless of what Anaheim looks like, and as it turns out, they're pretty good. Whoops. As it turns out, they're pretty good. But ultimately, I am just hitting all the wrong buttons right now. It's great. Despite the fact that they're pretty good, I mean, again, defending Cup champions, I like to think that we're going to win. But again, their team is pretty good. Comtois, Sam Steele, and Ricard Raquel, Troy Terry, Danton Heinen, and Jack Kopaka, Benoit Olivier Giroux, and Trevor Zegras. Max Jones also on that third line. Fourth line of Evgeny Svechnikov, Isaac Lundstrom, and Cam Morrison. So a very strong forward core indeed. Defensively, it's solid at least, although there is a name there that's interesting. Hampus Lindholm and Braden McNabb, Josh Mahora, Ryan Murray, Brendan Dillon. We have a Brandon Dillon, of course, on our team. With Tim Stützle. So clearly they have an injury on defense. I presume they'll change up the lines. Holy God. So yeah, we're going to have to make a decision because I don't think we're going to win this. Ernie Chipchura and John Gibson. That's some good AI cap management right there. Whew. That is some good AI cap management. Cam Fowler is the injured player. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Have fun trying to re-sign Ricard Raquel. Have fun trying to re-sign that entire third line. Cam Morrison also up. Have fun with that, Anaheim. Hopefully, we can force you into that decision of trying to figure that out sooner rather than later. Because despite the fact that I'm not in control, hell, again, I might not ever be in control of this team again. We are still ready for this first round matchup. Our 100 rated offense taking on an 88 rated defense. And, of course, they have the advantage in goaltending, which is not really all that big of a surprise. Let's get down to business. Again, I'm not allowed to change the lines. I'm not allowed to do much. All I can do is kind of hope that the team loses, but maybe hope that they win. We have to figure it out. One way or another, at the end of this episode, we have to figure out how we're approaching the rest of this series. The decision has to be made with 100% certainty. Regardless, for now, we see what happens. First period of Game 1, and a great start for the Ducks. Evgeny Svechnikov, the opening goal on the power play. Clark got one back, but less than 40 seconds later, 38 seconds if you care to be a math stickler, it was Trevor Zegras, and then Ricard Raquel scores 56 seconds later. We're down 3-1. Second period, we get one back. It's Nedekin. Again, thank you, Montreal. 28 shots to 18, though. Down 3-2. Heading into the third period, having to score another goal on an elite-level goaltender. Not the easiest thing to have to do, but we do it. Kirby Dach ties this game up at 3 apiece. It does not last for long. Max Comtois, oh boy, is able to restore the lead for the Ducks. They waste a power play. Do we have time in the final minute? We do. Brant Clark, overtime in game 1. Huge goal from Brant Clark. Might have made the Alex Nylander, Seth Jones trade worth it. Ties this one up, sends it to OT. 41 shots to 28. That is the difference in their goaltending. Let's do this. Overtime, game 1. Who's going to walk away with the victory? And the answer is, hopefully, us. Power play, please. Yes. Brant Clark. How do you like that? Ties it up and wins it in overtime. Picked him up to be our defensive leader. He scored a gosh darn hat trick. Brant Clark, ladies and gentlemen. What a performance. What a goal. He and Kirby Dach, great games. 26 minutes played for Brant as well. Phenomenal performance all around. Not a great performance from Olaf Lindbaum, but again, there's nothing I can do about it. Not allowed to change up the lines or the team, but that is a huge win. That's a game that we really couldn't afford to lose with how, consistently we were in terms of outplaying them, and thankfully, we did not lose. Now, the question I have is whether or not Anaheim changed their lines, and it doesn't appear to be the case. They are still running Tim Stützle on defense, which, why? Send down Hayden. Okay, I see why they're not sending down either one of them. They're both on one-way contracts. That is a great example of horrific AI cap management. It really is. They signed way too many forwards. Send down Cam Morrison. Call up a defenseman. Play Tim Stützle there. What are you doing? Needs to be better, I will hope, in NHL 21. That said, game 2. Let's get down to business. See if we can win both games here at home to start this series. Let's see how she goes. First period, a better start for us. We didn't give up 3 goals, thankfully, that we have to try and dig ourselves out of that hole for the entire game. 13 shots to 7. No goals, though. Second period, still scoreless. 28 shots to 11. We cannot get one past Chipchura, and that scares the hell out of me. Is their goalie good enough? Are they good enough as a team to neutralize a 100-rated offense? We are absolutely destroying them. If we don't win this game, it's a travesty. Power play goes to waste. We're not going to win this, are we? We are absolutely dominating them right now. Lindholm scores. I suppose I can't be mad that a high-rated goalie just stole a game in the playoffs for the Ducks. 34 saves for Chipchura. Granted, I can't remember the last time I saw one of my good goalies get a shutout against a 100-rated offense, but hey, them's the breaks. Chipchura absolutely steals that game for them. Lindbaum was good, but he wasn't good enough. Anaheim have tied this series up at 1 game apiece. We jump to the third game. I'm not allowed to change the lines. It is Mike's team. It is Mike's team. Let's see what happens here in this third game. A win would be nice. First period, scoreless again. It's now been 4 periods since we've scored a goal. Anaheim a much better start offensively that time. Second period, we finally score. It's Brant Clark again, seemingly the only member of the Hawks that can actually get a goal past him or get a puck past him for a goal. Call it what you will. We go to the third, being outshot, but now up by 2. Brandon Dillon with the goal. 5-on-3 for the Ducks. We kill that off somehow. Another power play. Kayumov on the power play. 3-0. Svechnikov gets one back. There's still time here for the Ducks to tie this one up. I certainly hope not, but it could happen. 2-1. A big win. A big win. A big win. Thank God for that. As we take game 3 against the Ducks. Great performance from Olaf Lindbaum. Dylan, of course, gets the goal as well. Much better for us. A bounce back from that disappointing Game 2 loss. Brant Clark has 4 goals in 3 games. as a defenseman. You love to see it. Game 4 in Anaheim is a gigantic game in this series. We might have a 3-1 lead that we'll have the opportunity to blow, or the series is going to be tied. Let's find out how it goes. First period, 2-1 Anaheim lead. Brandt Clark. Oh, God, he can't stop scoring. Brandt Clark gets one. Heinen and Murray are able to strike back for the Ducks. It is 2-1. Goal from center ice. Don't think I missed it. Second period. Goal apiece. Comtois on the power play. Goal scorer. That's his name from now on, because he's the only guy who scores goals for us. It's a 3-2 game. We'll see if Brandt Clark can score for us. Mr. Goal Scorer. Mr. Scientist. Oh, God, we waste a power play. And Comtois scores again. So barring a brutal collapse from Anaheim, we are going to be tied at 2 games apiece. As disappointing as that is, we haven't been able to piece together 2 strong performances in a row yet. And as a result, the Ducks even it up for the second time. Great game for Comtois. Clark still continuing to do what he do. 6 goals in 4 games as a defenseman. Let's take a look at the lines again. I am not allowed to change anything. I do not have control of this team. Eakin needs to wake up. Doc, you're okay. DeBrincat needs to start scoring. Patty Kane looks like he's done. That second line's been abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. That second line has to wake up, or we are screwed. That is the big problem thus far. Pulak's looking okay. Clark can't stop scoring. Dylan Boqvist need to be better. And then goaltending-wise, we know that Lindbaum, it's been shaky. It's that first game that really kind of screwed him. See if the second line can wake up. Game 5. Can we grab a 3-2 series lead? Somebody's going to have one at the end of this. First period, scoreless. 14 shots to 4. Woof. Oh, I guess we're playing the Duck, should I say, quack. What a brutal period for us. That's abysmal. But we survived. It's still a tie game. Second period, it is no longer a tie game. Jack Kopaka. 20 shots apiece now, yet we trail by 1. Heading into the third period, can the offense wake up, or is Chipchura about to shut us down again? Let's find out. We're halfway through. This is no bueno. I don't like this at all. Nope. This isn't a good time. Chipchura shuts us out for the second time in this series. We are likely screwed. 27 save shutout for Chipchura. 2-0 win for the Ducks. They have a 3-2 series lead. And because our second line hasn't woken up, and because I'm not allowed to change anything about this team, we are potentially 1 game away from crashing and burning here in the first round and missing out on our chance to defend our title. Game 6. Anytime the boys want to show up, that'd be great. First period, down 1-0. Trevor Zegras. Second period, DeBrincat finally scores, but a goal from Danton Heinen. Anaheim has a 2-1 lead heading in to the third period. Here we go. The season's on the line. We don't know what comes next. Maybe I never get, oh my God, maybe I never get control of this team back. Maybe I do, and we have an interesting offseason ahead of us. But one way or another, we are in trouble. From the looks of it, power play, we have to score here. We do. Kirby Dach. John Gibson's in. Can we beat him? 1.5, 45 seconds. And the rain is over. The Chicago Blackhawks fall in the first round to the Anaheim Ducks. Olaf Lindbaum wasn't exactly as good as we needed him to be. Our second line was abysmal. Chipchura was pulled from that game. We scored the 2 goals on Gibson, but it was not enough. So with that comes the turning point of this series. It is either we continue on as advertised, alternating years with Milbury, or I never get control of this team back again. and we just see what Milbury can do from here on out until it gets depressingly boring. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. What do you think? I suppose we could say, hey, give him one more year, but we'll see what happens. Because that's what I do in this series. I listen to the comments. For better or worse, I listen to what people want to see. So let me know in those comments what you want to see. What happens next with the Chicago Blackhawks? Unfortunately for this year, it will not be a second Stanley Cup. I thank you very much for watching. You know the deal. Support the video, support the channel. Check out everything in the description. And a shout out to those who have supported me in this channel over on Patreon. There is a new episode up for you guys as well. Check that out with our Houston expansion. I will see you all on the next one. Until then, have a good one. Take it easy. Stay safe. Catch you next time.